Hello everyone and welcome back to this new video. So as my previous video, I already discussed about the modules. What is a module, how a module works, what is built-in module, what is user-defined module. Now here I am going to discuss how a built-in module can be used or how a user-defined module can be write. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, a built-in module. Built-in module, as I already discussed with you, that built-in module means the modules which is already created for you. So Python has many built-in modules, just many built-in modules are there in Python. I'm just showing you how those built-in modules can be used with examples of 2 or 3 modules. For example, a first built-in module is datetime. But in my previous video also I have discussed that there is a concept of package. Means modules are put inside some packages. So there is a package called datetime. First of all, there is a package called datetime. Inside this package is just like a folder. Inside this package, many modules are there. What are those? I'm coming. Now from this package, suppose many modules are there. From this package, inside this package, I want to use one module which is date. Then how to do that? From datetime, import date. This is how from inside the package, only one module can be fetched. So datetime is a package and date is a module inside this datetime package. How to use that? From datetime, import date. Run this. This is. It is imported. Now, as I already told that inside the module, some functions or classes or variables is written. So suppose inside date, many functions are there. One of such function is suppose today. Today is a function, this one. This will give you today's date. Today's date. Run this. This is the today's date. 17th of June 2021. And many other functions are there. This is how actually a built-in module is used. Inside this package, many other modules are also there, as I already told. Suppose another module is import datetime. The module name is also datetime. The package name is also datetime. From datetime, import datetime. If you run this, now suppose datetime dot now is a function. It will give you today's date and right now whatever is the time. Run this. This is today's date, which is 17th of June 2021 whenever I am recording this particular video. And this is the time. This is the time whenever I am recording this video. 23 means it's 11 p.m. 8 is the minute. This is the second of my machine, obviously. And this is the millisecond. All this date and times are showing. So this is how you can use a pre-defined or built-in module. This is one of the module. Inside the datetime package, one is date module, another is datetime module, another is time module is there, and many more. Datetime, remember datetime is the package and these are the module name. Now, as I already told you that many other modules is also there. Suppose there is another module which is import. This is directly I am importing the module. No package concept is there. Sometimes you have to use the package concept. Sometimes you can use the module concept only. OS is a module. OS is operating system. This module is dealing with the path, folder and everything related to your operating system. You are in which path you want to go to, in which path, everything. Those can be handled with the help of this module. Let me show you. First of all, run this. Now, suppose OS is a module name. Inside this, many functions are there. Suppose OS dot. There's a function called get CWD. If you run this, it is showing a particular directory where you are right now. It is showing a particular directory where you are right now. Suppose you want to change these directories. Suppose you want to change this directory. Then there is another function. And another thing, let me show you. Suppose you forgot what is the function inside OS module. So OS dot, press tab, it will give you the suggestion. These are all functions inside this module. And there is a function, see, chmod or chdir. Chdir is used for change directory. Ch means change, dir. Suppose you want to change the directory. So you have to put the directory where you want to go. This is the directory where you are right now. And here you can change the directory. Any directory you can give. Suppose there is a directory called, suppose anything, just go to your this PC, D. Suppose there is a directory called, for example, this Python program, this one. So this is a directory. Inside this programs are there. You want to go inside this directory, which is inside the D drive. Python programs are there. So select this path, D Python program. Just select this path and copy. Go here, put 1 colon and paste. Now what will happen? Just run this. After that, again call this one. Put here. Previously this was shown. Now this is shown. Means you are changing the directory. Again, if you want to change chdir, this is giving you the current directory. Get cwd, current directory. And this is changing the directory. It's your choice. I already told you that OS is used to do anything with your Windows path, file, folder, anything. Many other functions are also there. I'm just showing you the basic concept, how a built-in module is used. And many other built-in modules are there, which we will see in some future sessions, because whenever we will do some concept of GUI programming, or we are going to use some database programming, then we have to use some other built-in modules also. Now come to the next concept, which is the user-defined. As I already told, that user-defined means you have to create your own module. Now, how to create? First of all, suppose you are inside this directory, so go to that directory. It is better to go inside this directory, inside this directory, create any .py file. Suppose 2 files are already there, you can open any one. Suppose this is, let me take this file, not these things. Suppose this is a .py file. Your file should always be .py if you want it to be a module, remember. Suppose there is a file called test1.py. Inside this, you have to write some functions. Suppose there is a function called a. How to write the function? We have already seen. Inside this, suppose I am printing some values like nothing, hello all. Done. Let me write another function, suppose b. Inside this function, let me pass 2 variables, suppose x and y. Inside this, suppose I am adding up these 2 things. Suppose z is equal to x plus y. And I am printing the value of z. As I already told, that module is a .py file inside which you have to write some functions or classes or variables. So classes till now we have not seen. So let us write some functions. So I have written suppose 2 functions. Save it. Control S. Just save it and close it. So this one, test1. Now what I am doing here, right? Import the module name. Module name is actually the file name. What is the file name? Suppose test1. So this is the module. Import test1. Run this. It is imported. Now test1 dot put tab. See, 2 functions I have created, a and b. See, both are coming. .py is the file extension. But what are the functions inside? Just now I have created. What are the functions I have created? A and b, 2 functions I have created. So both are coming. This is the utility of using a user-defined module. So run this, means call this. You will get the answer. Whatever I have written, hello all. and call the second one, which is test1.b. But this b function, inside this b function, I have passed two values x and y. So you have to pass two argument. Those are because those x and y are the parameters. So you have to pass two arguments, 2 and 3. Suppose I am passing. So if you run this, you will get the answer. Summation. Inside those b function, I have added these two variables. Go to those function and see again. This is the concept. This one. So it is adding up and giving you the result, and I'm getting. So what is the advantage? The advantage is that anytime, anywhere, just import this module and use those functions. You don't need to write the code again and again. The code is already written. You just import the code and get the answer. Done. Now I have written two functions. You can write 10 functions. You can write 20 functions. Different functions will do different job, and call those functions by module name dot the function name. Done. This is how you can create a user-defined module. Now, if you remember at the very beginning of this session, I already discussed something called the bytecode. And I already told you that the bytecode which is created in Python will not be saved into your machine. Those will be automatically discarded. If you forgot the concept, go to the previous video and see. But the concept of bytecode in Python is that in Python, the bytecode is generated, but it is not saved into your computer's memory. It will be automatically discarded. But if you want to see the bytecode, or if you want to use the bytecode, then you have to write down your program inside a module like this. This is a module. Same program. But what I have done, I have just written inside a separate module and calling this from another module. If you are doing this concept, then the bytecode will be generated and stored. Wherever is the location your module is. Like this test1 module is inside this Python program, D drive Python program file. See, there is a folder automatically created. I have not created. Whenever you will call this module, this folder will be automatically created. Open this folder. This is a PYC file and this is the bytecode. PYC means Python compiled file. And this is the bytecode. So if you are using module, then only the bytecode will be stored. Otherwise, it will be discarded automatically from the memory. Okay, so this is the concept of modules in Python. How to create a user-defined module, how to call this user-defined module, how to use the built-in modules, and many other built-in modules we are going to use in future. But this is the basic concept. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for watching.